What's going on, everybody? Ryan Gaming here. Welcome back to another video, and this is how to get as good as a pro in Valorant. We're going to get straight into this with the number one, and let's get straight into this video of how to get as good as a pro. Make sure to stay tuned through all of this video because it will have very important info that you will need to know to go pro in Valorant and how to get as good as people such as Shroud and stuff like that. These are all tips that pros use, and most of these tips are from pros, but let's get straight onto this with number one. Practice using your operator's abilities and finding good spots to use those abilities. If you want to know how to use your operators, then check out my how to use videos on the operators. They're 12 minutes long and super in depth, and it tells you everything you need to know about your favorite operator to be very good with them. I have secret spots and stuff like that that I also reveal on this channel of how to use all the operators. But I would highly suggest looking up how to use the operators from my YouTube channel. Link will be in the description down below, but let's continue on to this video with number two. Practice using your weapons you like and learn the spray patterns in this game. This game is very head-based. If you hit them in the head, you can kill them almost every single time with almost any weapon. Most of the weapons will one-tap them, some won't. Some of the weapons are stronger than others, but you want to know how to use these weapons. You know, practice spray patterns, go into the practicing range and just practice using them like I am doing here in this clip. You know, you want to practice hitting them in the head. And also practicing aiming down sights. As well with not aiming down sights. You want to know how to use it either way. You know, aiming down sights gives you an advantage. It makes it less recoil. It makes your gun a little bit more accurate. And it's super powerful to know your weapons and your spray patterns. Especially when you're aiming down sights and not aiming down sights. You can greatly increase your chances of winning a round and winning a game in Valorant. Let's get on to number three. Learn your peaks and make sure if you are peeking, make sure to hold that peak as much as you can. If you think that you can out-peek them and hit in the head, then just sit there and out-peek them. You can usually get them every single time if you have a good reaction time. You want to stay focused so you can hit them as soon as they out-peek you, or else you might be screwed. People are very good at getting out-peeking people, and they're going to be wide-swinging, so you're going to have to be ready for them to peek that corner. It's super important to know how to peek and know when to peek in Valorant so that your team can have a super advantage. So you guys can pick off a couple of people and make the team, 5 versus 4 and stuff like that. The less people they have on your team, the better advantage you guys have of winning that round. And winning rounds is super important in Valorant. It'll help your rank go up, and it'll help everything go up, and it'll help your team win and help them rank up. Because the whole point of this game is to try to win the games and try to do as well as you can while helping your team win the games. Number 4, have a backup place to go in case you have to push back after the peak, and always have an escape plan. Look at this map. It is a very effective way and a backup plan for Haven. Let's start with bomb site C. I'm to the left of the box, but if you are looking down sites, it's to the right. I'm going to be moving back, and then I'm going to be, peeking them from that other side to the left of the box, and I'm going to be pushing back and going through B on this map. And those are very good ways of using this here. Good spots to use, especially on Haven. So you guys can do a little bit better on Haven, and that's just bomb site C. Let's look at bomb site A. Looks like I'm going to be starting off in Heaven. Then I'm going to be going through the tunnel and then going down, and then I'm going to be peeking that A long and just seeing if anybody's there and picking them off. Then I'm going to be going over to the tunnels down in A and be peeking in there, and then they end up switching. I'm going to be pushing through A short and then switching to the bomb that we think that they are going. It gives us an advantage by you not dying. You want to try to stay as long as you can and try to get as many picks and kills as you can while you are alive. Puts your team up in an advantage in Valorant, and it is super important if you want to try to progress farther and farther into the competitive matches. You want to create these plans. You can create them outside of the game or create them while you're in the game and, just improvise. Having a plan is always good in Valorant, and you want to always have a plan so that your team can win that game and so that you won't die every single time you go into somewhere. Having a plan will also help you defend a bomb more efficiently and help you defend that bomb for longer so that your team can switch and also help you defend the bomb and kill them all and get picks and all of that super effectively. These spots are super important, and having a backup plan is almost just as important as having good aim. If you have a good backup plan and you have good aim, then you should play very well. This tip is super farther along, so if you guys are still watching this, make sure to subscribe, because there is over 65% of you who are not subscribed to the Bot Ryan Gaming YouTube channel. And let's get on to number 5 on my list here of how to get as good as a pro on Valorant. Teamwork and communication is a key to winning. If you don't know where the spots are in the map, if you look at the bottom left below the map, you will see the callouts. Those are callouts you can use when you see an enemy and let your team know where they're at. So just in case you die, they know where they're at to kill them. Makes your team go up better by you just communicating with them better and them just knowing where they're at so that they can peek that corner and kill them. Super effective and super good. Letting your team know where they're at is always the best way of trying to get your team to win that game. Just knowing where they're at already puts your team at an advantage, because they might not know where you're at, but you knowing where they're at will put you a very good advantage, because then at least you can try to head tap them or push in or have your whole team push in at that spot and stuff like that, so you guys can get in there and try to win those rounds in Valorant. That was number 5. The key is just communication in Valorant. You want to have the best communication that you absolutely can in Valorant. Now let's get into number 6. Switch up the bomb sites so you can be as unexpected as possible while you are attacking. You don't want to hit the bomb every single time, or they're just going to stack that bomb site. You want to hit them at different bombs almost every round, or hit them at the same bomb twice. You don't want to hit them more than twice, or else they're just going to start stacking up. And they're going to be ready to switch over quicker. So if you hit a different bomb site, you want to try to push in there as quickly as possible, or else, the enemies could come in there and try to kill you, or they could just injure you and just know where you're at, and they could switch super quickly. So letting them not switch is also very good. You can try to get behind them and kill them before they're switching from CT and stuff like that. You don't want them to switch as quickly as possible, because then that could put your team at a very big disadvantage winning-wise. So you just want to, switch up the bomb sites as frequently as you can to just kind of confuse them, and so that they just don't know where you're going to hit them from. Number 7 is my suggested weapons for you guys to learn and use. The Vandal is one-shot head tap no matter where you shoot them most of the time. The Phantom is another good one. It won't one-shot tap them every single time in the head, but you tap them in the head once and you hit them in the body and it'll kill them. Phantom is very OP and very good in intense situations, like 1v4 situations. It can kill them super quickly, it shoots super quickly, and it has like the spray fire of like the Spectre in a way. And it's very OP, but for cheaper rounds, the Spectre is very good. It shoots super quickly, and it's super accurate once you learn the spray pattern. The Spectre is just one of those weapons that are super OP, and I do highly suggest using it. Another one would be the Ares, the LMG. They have very highly buffed this weapon recently, and it's super good. And you can hit them through walls and stuff like that with them, and it's just super good because you can spray them. You have 50 rounds. And it is a super accurate weapon when you are not spraying with it. But if you are spraying with it, it is also super accurate. But you're going to want to learn these spray patterns just so you can be as accurate as possible with the Ares. A pistol I would suggest would be the Ghost. The Ghost is a very good pistol because it is super accurate and it will one-tap headshot them most of the time. You might still have to hit them in the body, but you hit them once in the head and you hit them once in the body and they're instantly dead. Ghost just does that much damage, and it's just one of the best pistols. Another good pistol, is the Sheriff. It's super expensive, so it's not quite useful in the newer rounds because it's 800 credits, but and it has super high recoil, but you're going to want to learn how to use it. It's super accurate. It just has super high recoil, so you don't want to spray with it like you can with the Ghost. And if you have 4,500 credits, then I would highly suggest, practicing using the op. It's a one-tap kill if you hit him in the chest, no matter where they are. If you just hit them in the chest or near the head, it'll kill them every single time with the op. It's super OP, such a great weapon if you have that kind of money in Valorant and if your economy is doing that well. If they say they don't want you to use an op, then don't use an op. And if they're buying guns and you're not, then just buy a gun and just try to win that round with your team using a bot gun. But this was how to get as good as a pro in Valorant. If you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And Bot Ryan Gaming, thanks you so very much for watching this video. Bot Ryan Gaming is out. Peace.